But it's important we point out this. EFCC has been so quick in doing this. Bola Tinubu carried bullion van in cash at the eve of an election, publicly.
Guys, Kenneth Okonkwo don't come out contribute in math inside the matter we consign Dr. Okube, the campaign director general, say, what about APC presidential candidates where they carry bullion van, they carry money, say EFCC no fee go arrest them. Guys, this has caused a lot of reaction on social media. Watch the video and hear it from the horse's mouth, guys.
Presidential campaign was a convicted criminal. How is the campaign and the Labour Party reacting to that ineluctable, inescapable fact?
Man, I'm talking now as a lawyer.
Right.
First of all, the whole aim of the Money Laundering Act was to facilitate the implementation of the recommendation of the Financial Action Joint Task Force on anti-money laundering and combating terrorism. Doyin Okupe was not found guilty on corruption. He was not found guilty on stealing. He was not found guilty on misappropriation of funds. He was not found guilty on terrorism. He was not found guilty on money laundering. He accepted money from the Office of the National Security Advisor on the authority of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Doyin Okupe simply went to the President and told him the money he needed to use to run his office, and it was approved that he should come under the National Security Advisor. And he was accepting the money from the National Security Advisor, and the vouchers were there. That was why the judge reached the inescapable conclusion that it was an honest mistake. But it's important we point out this. EFCC has been so quick in doing this. Bola Tinubu carried bullion van in cash at the eve of an election, publicly. And the EFCC has not even had the temerity of investigating that and asking him questions. Do you know what he used bullion van for? Tinubu has openly confessed what he uses it for. He said to his followers, power is not served a la carte. Power is not served in a restaurant during breakfast. You fight for it at all costs. You snatch it, you grab it, you run with it. What do you fight for? What do you grab? Ballot boxes. That's what he uses the bullion van for. The cash, openly. Nobody has even investigated that. And APC had the temerity of choosing such a man to be the APC presidential candidate.
So based on what
Don't you think
saying,
it's time that he resigns?
Well, it's not for me to express.
And that is why the judge made it clear. Look, you're not corrupt, but is it not gratifying that when it has to do with Labour Party, we talk about honesty, even in the mistake? What do you compare it with the other parties? And do you know the beauty of it?
I mean,
Doyin Okupe, being a classical honorable man, even when there was no corruption issue against him, he still resigned. You don't find such honorable men in Nigeria.
Well, but why did he have to collect it in cash? I don't understand.
You have just brought me to the issue while we are talking that PDP is very incompetent. Because that happened in PDP regime. You can imagine a party that could not even educate its officers at that level, the legal implications of what they are doing. Doyin Okupe is not a lawyer. That is why the judge is saying, sorry, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. He's not a lawyer. Kenneth Okonkwo is. PDP could not even educate its officers at that high level. That is why people should avoid the living of the PDP. Jesus Christ warned his disciples, avoid the living of the Pharisees. Everybody should avoid anything that has to do with such a party that is so incompetent and so incoherent in the implementation of its policies. That's why Okupe got into problem, because the best they have gotten is that the man made an honest mistake. But look at PDP. We have President Obasanjo, who happened to be the only principal that Atiku Abubakar ever served on as a political appointee. He said Atiku Abubakar is one of the most corrupt human beings on earth. The only principle that can appraise him. And you know what is happening? Wike said Ayo is the most corrupt national chairman on record. He said he collects billions of naira.
Yeah.
Good. And that Atiku is aware of it. Has he resigned? So when you talk about comparison, the worst of Labour Party is still better than the best of PDP and APC combined.
But you do know that there is, I mean,